So, good evening everyone. We are the Group 2 reporters of today's topic in Chapter 2 about design of tourism and hospitality services. So, first is quality, means serving in a manner which suits to the tourist within the limits of the industry. It also refers to the quality provided to those people who have visited an individual's place. So, ang quality ay it means mo siya ang kalidad sa ato ang pag-serve or pagserbisyo sa ato ang guest or customers while nagduta sa ato ang duty or job. So, it is an important thing which needs to be given in every person or guest every time they will visit a place or a hotel, such as restaurants, hotels, resorts. To be there, kanang mag-spend sila silang time, enjoy sila sa place, sa food and services nga itong ma-offered sa ilaha. So, in serving our guests or customers, we must be in a good manner who provides and satisfied their needs and wants as they are our valued guests or customers. So, next is delivering quality service. This is one of the major challenges facing hospitality managers in the opening years of the millennium. It is an essential condition for success in the emerging, keenly competitive global hospitality markets. So, kini ang delivering quality service one important key factors pa siya sa tourism and hospitality service. Kaya mo ni siya ang kanang needs sa mga customers or guests na atong gi-servan. So, it must be developed and implemented in the global hospitality markets. It is a competitive, challenging performance to every hospitality or operations manager and even to the hospitality workers, which will be the concern in providing and delivering goods or services to every tourist or guest. So, delivering quality service is a great, naghatag siya great impact sa atong customers, sa atong pag-perform sa atong job. And it is a way to lead nga successful ang business if na tarong ni siya og kanang pag-serve bitaw naka deliver ta og maayo sa ato ang mga guests, customers. Kanang maayo bitaw ato ang pagkuan sa ilaha, pag-atiman, pagdo sa atong duties or work. So, importante kaning delivering quality service. So, next is about since the delivery of hospitality service involves people, these issues center on the management of people and in particular on the interactions between guests and staff, interactions that are called service. So, ang service ay mag-involves yun siya og people and interaction between the guests or customers and the staffs. Dahil di ba ang mga staffs may ma-serve sa mga guests or customers. So, diha may tabo ang interactions. Tourists or guests, in general, consumers do not tolerate mistakes anymore. They require quality for money. This has forced tourist agencies, hotels, and other participants of the tourism offer to introduce quality control standards and systems TQM. So, kanina ang TQM means ani is total quality management. So, mana na mga tourists or guests ilang lantawon jud is ang kanang kaayo sa pag-serve sa usa ka trabahante or sa mga managers, supervisors, mga workers. Kay diha man sila ma-satisfied sa ato ang kanang pag-serve bitaw. Kung na-satisfied pa sila, naganahan ba sila, contented ba sila. So, in the eyes of our guests, our hospitality business will succeed or fail depending on the cumulative impact of the service and encounters in which they have participated. So, ang ato daw pagdo sa atong work or yung business is succeed siya depende sa feedback, good feedback sa ato ang mga customers or guests. So, dapat mo duta sa atong duties nga mo serve ta nila og kanang ayo bitaw in a good manner. Then the service sector took TQM from the manufacturing sector and adapted it to the characteristics of the tourism and hotel industry. This represented the motive for improvement and development of quality tourism management. So, kaning TQM mainly focusing on improvement and developing quality tourism and hospitality services as the whole to achieve excellence in the tourism and hospitality industry. So, ano siya ga-manage or ga-implement, ga-improve, ga-develop og mga kanang quality services. Good service design justifies customers, communicates the purpose of the service to its market, and brings financial rewards to the business. The objective of good design, whether of products or services, is to satisfy customers by meeting their actual and anticipated needs and expectations. So, kanid ang good service design, ang purpose ani is to communicate well and give a satisfaction to the customers who are engaged to our business that has good expectation of our goods or services. So as to make them meet their expectations from us, then we will bring out our best to provide their expecting needs and wants from our business. So it enhances the competitiveness of the organization. Service design can be seen as the starting and ending with the customer. So the design activity has one overriding objective: to provide services and processes which will satisfy the operations customers. So mara siya ang sinugdanan o katapusan nga atong mahatag gud sa ato ang customers is ang kanang pag well manage nato, pag well served sa ilang mga needs and wants para ma-satisfied sila sa atong mga gibuhat, and ang ilang pag-expend ilang money or something nang maulian bitaw og kanang kaayo ilahang madawat gikan sa ato ang business ug sa atong pag-serve sa ilaha. So money siya ang TQM, ang total made up of the whole, ang quality, degree of excellence a product or service provides, management, act or art or manner of planning, controlling, directing. So the total quality management is the art of managing the whole to achieve excellence. So mana siya ang function sa TQM. So that's it. So next po,
good everyone, I'm Mary Jane Pasuit. My report is good and service selection. So, ang good and service selection, although the term product ni offers to refer that tangible's good. So, ang tangible, mao ni siya atong makita or pwede na itong mahikap. It's also referred to offerings by service and organization. Service strategies options support competitive advantage. So, ang service strategy, mao ni siya nag-help to organization para ma-determine the type of service they should offer the market to target. So, ang competitive advantage, mao ni siya referred to ways that a company can produce a good or delivery services better than the competitor. Designs of service by offerings and distinctly unique and high quality services. So, low cost strategies. So, by designing service that can be produced with a minimum cost. So kani siya pinaagi sa designing ang usa ka serbisyo pwede siya mahimong minimum cost. Service decision are fundamental to an organization strategies and have major implication throughout the operation function. While 90% of business which are growing rapidly say design is integral to our significant to them. So, kanhi 90% sa businesses nga nagsulting na ang design is importante nila. Using a design can help to reduce cost by making efficient and cutting materials cost. It can reduce the time to market for a new service. So sa paggamit sa itong design o pagcutting sa mga materials, makatabang ni siya nga mugamay atong gasto. Also, almost 70% of companies see design and integral have developed a new services in the last 3 years, compared with only a third of businesses overall. 70% nga companies na ang design na siya development sa new services in the last 3 years.
Company judged to be effective users of design had a financial performance 200% better than average. So kani siya nagpamutuod nga ang company ni Charles nga epektibo ang design sa paggamit nga na siya 200% financial performance kaysa average. New service opportunities. Understanding the customer is primary issues in new services development. The operation managers must be tuned into the market, and particularly these lead user companies, organization, or individual that are well ahead of market trend. So, kani siya, ang pag-approach sa usa ka customer, mao ni siya ang unang issue nga motaas ang atong pagserbisyo. Isip usa ka manager, dapat nakapokus ni siya sa negosyo o sa market trend. Example, mga smartphone, tablet, trending, makapokus ni siya ang manager. So, economic change bring increasing level of affluence, prosperity in the long run, but economic cycle and price changes in the short run. In the long run, for instance, more and more people can afford better services, but in the short run, a recession weakens the demand for this. So, it's mean that it is indeed true that economic change bring affluence in the long run, because if there is a change or our economic, it's lead to be a wealthy and abundant to something. Sociological and demographic change may occur in sub-factors and decreasing family size. This change the size reference for home, apartment, and automobiles. So, kansya, this means that decreasing families, how they live each in might factors of demographic change or sociological change. So, fourth, technological change make a possible. So, fifth, political, legals and change bring about the new trends, agreement, traffic, and government contract requirements. And then lastly, other changes may be brought about routes, market practice, performance standard, suppliers, and distributor.
Okay. Hello everyone. We will talk about the service development. So, service development system
An effective service strategy links service decision with cash flows. So, service strategy dahil kay makaprovide na to og guidance how to develop and implement our service management. Market dynamics, service life cycle, and the organization's activities. So, example na ko niya guys is McDonald's drive-thru. Kani siya kay common naman na siya sa to ano nga dili na kasagaran tao karon kay dili na kay sila mag-dining which makagamit sila sa ilang car nga makauna sila mag-drive-thru na sila para madali. So, kani siya kay maparte siya sa kaning service life cycle kay one person takes the order and other person prepares the food which ang customer ang nag unsa iyang gi-order na food nya. Ang third one delivers the order to the customer. So, we have 4 sources of ideas. So, first kay marketing, people see the need of something their customers wants. So, kani siya kay example niya kay advertising or webinars, social media, vlogs kay makahatag po ni siya og kanang sana bayad or kanang paying to reach your target audience. So, next is production. People see opportunities to improve methods and processes. Kani siya kay step ni siya kanang which maka-conceptualize ka og design or development sa marketing or newly branded goods or services. Example na ko niya kay Netflix. So, we all know nga Netflix kay gamit pud siya katong pandemic kay dili ta makagawas-gawas sa balay. So, Netflix kay is a streaming service in the world. So, product ni siya which strategy emphasizes margin growth. So, kani siya kay bayad mo ni siya monthly. Next kay we have everyone in an organization is a potential source of ideas. Quality circles to stimulate ideas. Ano siya organization kay is a planning which specific business nga maka-allocate og resources includes money, nga support, infrastructure or production. Kani siya kay also ay inventory and other business activity. So next, we have the outside company as from its customers or the public or from sources within the firm not directly responsible for new service ideas like its employee. Kani siya kay external customer which means external is gawas. Kanang a person kanang not directly connected to your organization other than purchasing your product or service. Kani siya ang customer kay one-time purchaser ni siya nga person nga nakatrabaho nimo with long-term and to warm na maka-provide nimo og customization options. So next, stages in developing a marketable service. So marketable service, this able to be sold because people want to buy them. So first, we have initiation of an idea. Kani siya kay beginning ni siya sa usa ka project nga ni-explore ka or ni-elaborate ka sa usa ka goal na kani siya maka-examine ni siya og feasibility sa imong project. No, makahatag po ka og strategy or opportunity nga sa imong business kung unsay kinahanglanon. So next, sa next B, gather or necessary data on the marketability of the service. Kani siya kay usa ni siya ka survey na effective ni siya maka-collect og data sa imong customers. Maka-familiar pug ka sa imong customers sa kaning product nga kana bitong i-share na lang sa imong friends kay kanalagi nga kani siya kanindot ni siya na product or nindot ni siya na example hotel o nindot ni siya mo na maka-adto na sila dito or one. So kaning C is screening of the gathered data by the preliminary service review committee consisting of specialized from the sales, administration, production, and design departments. Kani siya kay screening, maka-introduce siya og new products on the market for continuing business success o maka-contribute po ni siya sa growth sa imong company. Letter D kay determination of the immediate and ultimate marketing objectives of the service after thorough scrutiny. So first, mangutan tag unsay scrutiny. Usa ni siya ka searching or examination. Kanang kay if you want to start a business man good or seek to increase your customers, you need to have a market strategy. Gamit yung kaya siya market strategy, guys. So that you can aim your goals para sa imong business na mas mo grow pa siya or mo next level siya ba na ma-develop siya sa other markets or target consumers. So sa letter E kay development of the service with the combined efforts of the market research, service development and service design. Kani siya kay you need to check that you're meeting customers need or anticipate siya sa imong customers food nga required for the future, whether you sell goods or provide services. So, sa letter F, kay checking of the service development results and pre-testing for marketability. Ano siya, kay usa ni siya ka-guide or mutawag po nato og concept development and testing. Kay kani siya, crucial ni siya sa stage karon nga ug mo create ka og new product or service development, maka-process siya ug maka-help siya sa or identify sa imuhang unsay need or unsay want sa associates sa imuhang product or service. So, organizing the initiation of the service. Kani siya ka-important ni siya or kanang imuhang kagalingon decision na continuous ra ang atuhang new service development na maka-manage ka og kanang activities or what are the process on your service development. So, field test of the service on its marketability. Kani siya kay this is to measure your new products aren't developed. Kanang wala pa kayo na kanang nailado ba or kanang need pa nimo siya ma-develop. Goals of test marketing are sometimes unclear. Dili pa siya kay kaklaro nga information nga gihatag sa imuha. So, also we have review of the design based on test result and form the point of view of economic considerations. Kani siya kay this will help clarifies the business designs whether to go with the new product or to sureable the decisions it makes. So next we have standardization of the service criteria and the method of providing the service. So the products reliable kanang timely delivery or the data of their service. Compatibility ba siya? Makahatag po siya og solutions or coordination sa usay problema sa usa ka situation na making mutually consistent decisions. So, thank you.
So, let's proceed to organizing service development or approaches. So, traditional US approach to product development is organization with distinct department. So, ang kading tradition na approach di ay kay muna siya ang value nga nag-base siya sa emphasis on the inclusion of values of study of phenomena. So, ang example ani niya kay ang pag-build na to robot control system nga ni-develop siya into a controller nga nag-specific siya og type sa robotic system. So next is assign a service manager to champion the service through the service development system and related organization. So next is use of teams. So dili pa magata ni familiar aning teams, di ba? Kay usually ato ang gigamit man karon kay Messenger lang, ata mag-chat. Pero sa lain day nga organization, nagamit na sila ani nga teams. Kung na sila concern about sa product or sa business nila kay lahos nila sa teams. So this is perhaps the best used in US. Such teams are variously known as service development teams and value engineering teams. Next is Japanese approach. They bypass the theme issue by not subdividing into organization into research, development, engineering, and production. So ang kaning Japanese approach di ay kay nag-focus ni siya sa superior quality in the production process. So next is the value engineering can be divided into 5 phases. So first is an inform phase or the information phase. So it is to understand the background and decisions that have influenced the development of the design through a formal design presentation. So nadiri ang pag-determine, define o pag-analyze sa owners ug unsay definition sa value, objectives and key criteria about the issues governing the project. So next is the creative phase or the speculation phase. So nag-involve diri ang pag-listing of creative ideas. Next is evaluation phase or the analysis phase. So it is defines the criteria to be used for evaluation, or it is the analysis and judges the ideas resulting from the creative session. So next is the program planning or the development phase. It is to describe the evaluation of the advantages and disadvantages of the proposed. So kani siya kay dagan siya recommendation sa uban nga workers. So next is the presentation phase or the reporting phase. So this is where the feedback or the result of the studies. So when the value engineers have fully developed the recommendation, they are ready to report the results to management, to design and manufacturing engineers, and to others directly concerned. Mana.
So, in design and tourism hospitality service, we have service design. So, service design is a challenging because they have a unique characteristic. One of the productivity improvements in the service are so low because both delivery and design of the product include customer interaction. Most of the time, naga-include ta sa atong interaction together sa atong customers. So, then we have customer participate in design process. The service supplier may have a menu from of the service which customer selects options. So, like good, a large part of cost and quality of services is defined at the design stage. Also, with the goods, a number of techniques can be both reduce cost and enhance the product. So we have here from the word service design is diri nato makita ang nagapractice siya in making design, like makita nato ang pag-research, developing the ideas of testing the experiences. And also makita pud nato ang service delivery system, like for example kani one technique is to design the product to start customization delayed in process as possible. So example mo tukod ka restaurant unya makuan ka og kitchen design. So makuan gyud nimo ma-customize kung unsa gyud dapat nga kani nga kitchen dapat makuha gyud nimo ang main goal or main objective nimo nga kana siya nga design nga mao gyud na siya nga katong na-plan nimo nga design, so specific ang outcome mao gyud siya. So to modularize the product so that customization takes the form of changing modules. So dapat i-modularize gyud na to ang atong na-customize nga design para ang planning design, which is kato nga specific, at the end same ra gyapon ang iyang result. So another approach to the design of the service is to divide it into small parts and identify those parts that lend themselves to automation or reduce customers' interaction. So naapod tay mga kuan nga dili kita maka-interact of customers like for example kaning airlines. So kaning airlines less of kuan ni siya customer interactions. So let's move to the letter D. Because of the high cost design, also called the moment of truth, when the relationship between the provider and the customer is crucial. So crucial gid ni siya kay ngano mag-need manggutag satisfactory sa atong customer nga gihatag customer service nga gihatag nato nila is na define sa ilahas earlier nga atong katabi. So the truth of the moment that exemplifies dapat ma-enhance or detracts customers' expectation, like cannot reach the provider via phone because it is also busy, always hold, and etc. So we have here documents for services. So documentation for a services will often take the form of job instruction that specify the moment of truth. So we have here the examples of documentation production. Drive up dollar station. So first, be especially discreet when talking the customer through the telephone. So from the word discreet, as we all know, kay Barnum gitaon sa gining discreet meaning, careful ta sa atong gipangtabi sa atong beloved customers. Kay there are some instances manggod nga atong customer is so very sensitive, even though a little things nga kuan nga mastorya malain na dayon sila, so dapat naga-careful ta kung unsa atong i-deliver nga words sa atong mga customers. So dili sad ingon through microphone lang sad in a reality, but as of the example is through microphone. So dapat pod sa kung in person dapat pod naga-careful ta sa atong gipangtabi. So second, prove written instruction for customers who must fill out from you provide. So dapat natay proven nga written instruction nga atong gihatag sa atong customers nga atong gipa-fill out pa nila kay because for example nayuban nga situation nga even though nga nakahatag na tag proof or something nga atong gikuan nga gihatag kanila nga bisag human na, there are some pod nga moingon nga wala ta ni hatag og proven nga written instructions or something nga makabati sa atoa. So mark lines to be completed or attach a note with instruction. Mark lines, so dapat i-highlight nato ang atong instruction nga gihatag nila. So dapat so from the word mark lines to be completed or attach note with instruction. So dapat kana nga word or nga butang is siya dapat totally intact or kuan siya specific para dili ingon nga libog kaayo or something nga dili angay masabtan, kay mas better if naagid siya naka-indicate na siya agto kay the more nga naatay clue or something nga dali na to ma-gets kay maka-identify naman dayon ta okay mao ni siya ana gid siya dapat. So next is always say please and thank you when speaking through the microphone. So ang naka-state diri always say please and thank you. So bisag dili lang sa microphone in a reality nagagamit man jud ta ning please o thank you no. Kay most of the time mao man gyud nang ato amang uy palihog ko og kuan ning oy salamat kayo ha nga mao ni ingon ani ana. So ani siya common na kaayo ni nato kay sa Filipino ginagamit gyud ni nato siya nga phrase nya for example put nga like for example when kuan when you are in hotel or in establishment kani siya mo apply ni like there are kuan dili kay ka makakuha dayon or di kay ka makadungog so mukana man yun ta kanyi pardon can you repeat please or naman ginaingon ana then when saying thank you every time nga kuan na gyud ng thank you inana. Then last, establish eye contact with the customer if the distance allows it. So eye contact, so ang eye contact for me is kuan pod ni siya dapat maka-eye contact ta sa atong kastorya para makita ang atong sincerity sa atong gipagawas nga istorya or atong pagabuhaton kay ari man gud makita sa atong mata kung unsa ta ka determine sa ato ang gibuhat like for example model ka og product. So when you're talking to the customer so dapat eye contact ta. Eye contact to be able nga makuha nila ang imong makatch up nila ang imong sincerity ug ang imong determination para ana nga product.
So let's move to design criteria. Feasibility. This is the ability of an operation to produce a process, product, or service. So first, do we have the skills, quality of resources? Next, do we have the organizational capacity of resources? Next, do we have the financial resources to cope with the option? So no, need yun nato ang kani siya nga sa skills, organizational resources, financial resources. Kay without them kay dili ta makahatag og good service sa usa ka business na mapalago siya ba. Next kay acceptability, the attractiveness to the operation of a process, product, or service. Does the option satisfy the performance criteria which the design is trying to achieve? This will differ or different design. Well, our customers want it. Does the option given a satisfactory financial return? So, kana siya kay vulnerability. This risk taken by the operation in adapting a process, product, or service. So, do we understand the full consequence of adapting option? Being pessimistic, what could you go wrong if we adopt the option? What would be the consequences of everything going wrong? This is called the downside risk of option.
Sustainability. So, sustainability is a service that should be produced and delivered of any process that generate tangible or intangible values and that should be incorporated into each phase of value chain. So it is a growth of a business or the resources of the establishment. So, first, managers may find it helpful to think in terms of the rules as they address sustainability. So kani si manager no maugid ni siya or sila ang nag-manage in terms of rules and regulations sa usa ka company or sa usa ka organization. He or she must responsible sa usa ka company including overseeing the employees progress and implementing business strategies and to ensure the performance of the hotel or the establishment. So So, what are those 4R that they address of sustainability of the establishment? So, first, we have the resources. It is an operation. It's often the primary user of firms' resources. This puts special pressure on using human, financial, and resources it in a sustainable ways. So resources are used primarily by the firm operation segments. This suggests that there are many opportunities to use human, financial, and materials resources in sustainable manner. Second, recycle. As a manager, seek and sustainability. As a manager, they are seek or thinking of sustainability of sa usa ka organization. So they should realize that there are only three things that can be done with waste. So they are kuan man kanang responsible man sila, or they have the kanang nagdala man sa usa ka establishment. They have kanang three ways of solutions sa waste, no? We have burn it, bury it, or reuse it. Next, regulations. Laws and regulation are affecting transportation, waste, noise that profile rating and can be much of challenging as reduced use. So regulations. There are many different ways that a company can be reduce their resources consumption. And one of common approach is to lower energy and water cost. And another example of that is reducing the amount of materials used in the process. So, mas makakuan sila, no? Mas makasave din. For the reputations, they may reward, or the market may reward leadership and sustainability. Imaginative will lead firm on finding opportunities to build sustainable production process that conserve resources, recycle, meet regulatory requirements, and foster a positive reputation sa usa ka establishment or sa usa ka organization. So these are the four, no? We have the resources, recycle, regulations, and the reputation that the address of sustainability. So that's all.